most of my buddies that I went to high school with all became, lawyers or commercial real estate agents, oil and gas, stuff like that. But me, I obviously chose a different path in music, and we had a friend of ours named John who became a commercial salmon fisherman. He'd fish for salmon in Alaska during the summers, and then in the wintertime he'd spend in Galveston, which is a place, it's basically where I grew up, and he'd fix old furniture and in the wintertime, and then occasionally we'd go back to Alaska to do some crab fishing. And he's still doing that. He's in Alaska right now, and I wrote this tune for him and for me and anyone who is in the arts or has a different way of making a living, and it's just called John. I'm gonna have some water and I'll sing it for you.
Yeah. Good.
Brown water brushes up against boulders on Galveston Island sits my buddy John. He's been in the shop fixing up furniture damaged by floods that have come and have gone. And he's a modern day Kerouac and wannabe Banksy, silent, unsettled victim of time. Now the Coens are calling with the North on his mind. He'll be leaving this island for State 49. Seekers and searchers and drifters like me. Let it roll, let it ride, let it be. Way up in Alaska, from May to September, he works off the coast, living life off the grid, just hauling up nets. Chock full of sockeye, those beautiful bastards are gold bars with friends in that Bristol Bay life. It's a far cry from Houston, where all our old buddies wear coats and wear ties, and we'll raise up our glasses, 'cause they're all kicking asses. Most folks ain't wired like John and I, seekers and searchers and drifters like me. Let it roll, let it ride, let it be. Well, he hauled in this season over 300,000. Now he's back on the island, drifting away. He's made enough money to keep up this living and head back up north to Alaska come May. So to all you young seekers and all you young searchers and all you young drifters like John and like me, all living ain't easy when you don't have money, but money means nothing when you ain't living free. Seekers and searchers and drifters like me. Let it roll, let it ride, let it be. Seekers, searchers and drifters like me. Let it roll, let it ride, let it be. Thank y'all.
Nice. Spirit 94.
Oh yeah, good call, man. Great call. Well, thank you. I don't know how to talk to the audience anymore, y'all. I'm out of practice. Been playing too much golf and fishing too much. Yeah, I wish that were true. I've really just been sitting around the house, twiddling my thumbs, trying to find stuff to do in the yard. This tune is written by a friend of ours, and we recorded it on our next record. It's about a moment in history called the Whiskey Rebellion of 1794. What happened was in western Pennsylvania, a town called Washington, Pennsylvania, back in those days, they were making whiskey illegally, technically, and the government sought their right to tax them, but it was really the only currency they had. So they rebelled, kicked the federal government out of town, and a lot of them moved down to Kentucky and started making moonshine there instead. But we went to this festival in Washington, Pennsylvania, based on this entire historical moment. We learned this song for that festival, and we played it. And I didn't think anyone was paying attention, but when we finished the first verse, it was one of the loudest applauses I've ever heard. And I mean, this place, people were basically reliving the moment. There were people in colonial garb. A little weird, to be honest. They've tar and feathered a guy with what I assume was melted chocolate. Anyway, this is how this song goes. It's called The Spirit of 94. Out beyond the hills in western Pennsylvania, good men support their families on whiskey from the grain. Ain't never had no money, ain't never had the need. Round and round the years we go, from harvest back to sea. Now colder wind is blowing, the tax man's drawing near, and with him comes the trouble to our way of life so dear. Hamilton decreed it, Washington each side. Them folks back east don't give a damn about the frontier life. Here's to old Tom and all the tinkers men. Don't you pay that spirit tax, you'll still be sure to mend. You can follow me to Pittsburgh, follow me to jail. Your revenue men can follow me all the way to hell. It was way back in the summer, 1794. Them upland Coe farmers couldn't take it anymore. They shot up General Neville's house and burned it to the ground. Sent him running with his marshal on back to Philly town. And now the grains are growing high and the water's flowing cold. Put it in the jug and jar and trade like it was gold. Jefferson is leaving and me, I'm right behind. Those feds can all jump in the sea. To me, that'd be just fine. Here's to old Tom and all the tinkers men. Don't you pay that spirit tax, you'll still be sure to mend. You can follow me to Pittsburgh, follow me to jail. Your revenue men can follow me all the way to hell. There's 13,000 soldiers and a U.S. uniform. We'll go down in Kentucky and make our shine for gold. And if they ever find us, we'll know just what to do. Let that limestone water flow down to that good old Mountain Dew. Here's to old Tom and all the tinkers men. Don't you pay that spirit tax, you'll still be sure to mend. You can follow me to Pittsburgh, follow me jail. Your revenue man can follow me all the way to hell. Thank you.